equations.
Good afternoon to all of you mga Batang Mandunong. Ako pa rin si Teacher RJ from Pinag. At maraming salamat Ma'am Eliza sa pagbibigay ninyo ng oras at panahon para sa ating mga grade 9 learners para sa review session for week 9 gamit ang ating grade module. Okay? So this time, maganda na naman ang mga grade 10 learners, mga Batang Mandunong. Kayo naman ang bibigyan namin ng review session for week 9. Okay? So, samahan nyo ko, introduce din natin ang ating magiging review teacher para sa hapon na ito. Okay. She graduated Bachelor of Science in Education, major in Mathematics at Rizal Technological University. She earned units of her master's degree in Mathematics Education at Rizal Technological University, 6 years in teaching, MTech trainer, Mathematics Coordinator at Addition Hills Integrated School. Mga Batang Mandunong grade 10 learners, let us all welcome our review teacher for grade 9, week 9, Mrs. Joam A. Salihog. It's your turn, ma'am.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Ryan Verbo. Nagpapasalamat din po ako sa pagkakataon na ibinigay sa akin ng projector sa pamamagitan ng aming Education Program Supervisor, Sir Resty Rodelas. at sa aming very supportive principal, Ms. Gigi Zuibolyanday. Sa mga teachers, home learning partners, at higit sa lahat sa aming mga estudyante. Handa na ba kayo? Samahan niyo ako sa isang makabuluhang hapon. Math-sayang mag-aral at halinang matuto. Magandang buhay! Tayo ngayon ay nasa last week na, which is week 9 ng mathematics din. Make sure nakahanda na ang inyong modules, notebook, and ballpen.
Our topic for today is solving problems involving polynomials and polynomial equations. So our objective for today is to solve routine and non-routine problems involving polynomials and polynomial equations. So, problem-solving skills is a process and consists of several steps which are applied sequentially. So, we have 4 steps, and number 1 is to understand. So, we have to understand the problem and identify what is being asked. So, ano-ano yung mga given na sa tingin mo ay makakatulong to understand the problem. Letter B is to plan. Devising a plan and choose an appropriate strategy. Some strategies can be drawing a picture, use a model or formulas, and so on. The third step is to execute. In this step, you will implement the plan or execute the solution. You just need to be careful and be patient in doing this step. And last one is to review. So you have to look back and reflect if the solution works. So let's have some example. First problem, Mr. Anthony hires a landscape architect to renovate his front yard. The rectangular yard is represented by the polynomial x plus 5 meters long. If the area of the front yard is 2x squared plus 5x minus 25 meter, determine the width of the yard in terms of x. Again, our solution, we have to follow the 4 steps. So, ang unang step natin, again, is to understand. So, we have to identify what are the given. So, ang mga given natin, una, is yung area ng front yard, which is 2x squared plus 5x minus 25. And then, the length of the yard, which is x plus 5. Now, we have to determine the width of the yard in terms of x. The second step is to plan. So by the use of the formula of the area of rectangle, which is length times width, we have to substitute. So that will be 2x squared plus 5x minus 25 is equal to x plus 5 times the width. So to get the width, we have to divide both sides by x plus 5, meaning the width is 2x squared plus 5x minus 25 divided by x plus 5. Our third step is to execute. So using the synthetic division, we have to list all the numerical coefficient. So, ano-ano ba yun? Yun ay 2, positive 5, and negative 25. Now, since yung divisor natin ay x plus 5, then ito ay magiging negative 5. So, bring down positive 2, 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. 5 minus 10 is negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. So negative 25 plus 25 is 0. Therefore, 2x minus 5 meter is the width of the garden. Now, last step is to review. Let us check if our answer is correct. Again, the area of the rectangle is length times width. So let us substitute. Now, if we are applying the FOIL method, that is first to first, outer to outer, inner to inner, and last to last, the product of x plus 5 times 2x minus 5 is 2x squared plus 5x minus 25, meaning our answer is correct. Now, let's proceed to the next problem. A rectangular in-ground pool of ahis has a volume of 3x cubed plus 14x squared minus 23x plus 6. If its width is x plus 6, find the expressions for the other dimension of the pool. So for our solution, the first is we have to understand the problem. So what are the given? So again, the given is volume, which is 3x cubed plus 14x squared minus 23x plus 6, and the width, which is x plus 6. So ang hinahanap natin ay yung depth at yung length ng pool. Second step is we have to plan. Now, para mas madali sa atin na magplano, kailangan ma-imagine muna natin or ma-figure out natin kung ano yung nasa problem. So, if that is the pool, okay, and then the length is x, or the width is x plus 6. So, we have to determine the height and the length of the pool. So, our formula, volume is equal to length times width times height. So we have to substitute 3x cubed plus 14x squared minus 23x plus 6 is equal to x plus 6 times the width times height. Now, for the third step, which is to execute. So we will use the synthetic division. So we will divide 3x cubed plus 14x squared minus 23x plus 6 divided by x plus 6. Ma'am, bakit mo kailangang i-divide? It is because we have to get the next two dimensions. So yun yung length and then yung height ng pool. Now, our divisor is x plus 6. So, that will become negative 6. And then, yung mga numerical coefficients natin, those are positive 3, positive 14, negative 23, and 6. So, let's start. Bring down 3. Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. 14 minus 18 is negative 4. Negative 6 times negative 4 is positive 24. Negative 23 plus 24 is 1. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. So 6 minus 6 is 0. Now, since ang dividend natin is 3x cubed, bawasan lang natin ang isa, yung exponent. So, that will become 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. Now, hindi pa tayo tapos. Okay? So, using the factor theorem, okay, so we have to factor now this trinomial. So, i-factor natin si 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 to get the two dimensions. So, Kapag finactor natin sila, that would be x minus 1 and 3x minus 1. And to review, the other two dimensions of the pool are x minus 1 and 3x minus 1. For our next problem, suppose you are trying to make a box with an open top out of a rectangular sheet of cardboard that measures 50 centimeter by 40 centimeter by cutting squares from each corner, then folding and pasting the sheet. Determine the volume of this box in terms of the length x of the square. So our solution, of course, we have to understand the problem. Ano-ano yung mga given? So the given is the dimensions of the cardboard, which is 50 by 40 centimeter. And we need to determine the volume of the box in terms of x. Next step is to plan. So we have to figure it out kung ano yung sinasabi sa problem. So let's say, eto yung rectangular sheet of cardboard. So remember, ang sukat nila ay 50 by 40 centimeter. Now, yung mga squares na nasa corner, okay, let x be the length of that square. Okay, so to get the measure of that yellow line, this will become 50 minus 2x. So, bakit 2x? Kasi po, dalawa na yung x sa dulo. Okay? So, we have to subtract it. And then, on the other side is 40 minus 2x. So, kung ganyan na yung kanyang magiging dimensions or yung figure, then kapag finold na siya at pinaste na yan, eto na ang mangyayari. Ganyang box na siya. Okay? So, remember that yung sukat nila, 50 minus 2x, and then 40 minus 2x, and then x. So, since the volume is equal to length times width times height, let us substitute. So, volume is equal to x times 40 minus 2x times 50 minus 2x. So, by solving, if we will multiply all the terms, then the volume is equal to 4x cubed minus 180x squared plus 2000x cubic centimeters. Let us now proceed to polynomial equations. So, i-consider pa rin natin yung mga steps na ginawa natin kanina sa pagsosolve ng polynomials. So, ito ay mga additional tips in solving problems involving polynomial equations. Number 1 is to label the data correctly. You have to represent the known and unknown quantities using variables. Second is to translate words into equation accurately. So, titingnan mo yung mga keywords na pwedeng makatulong sa'yo to formulate an equation or use the formula. Third is to create a diagram. So, malaking tulong kapag nakakapag-visualize ka ng isang diagram or ng drawing para mas maintindihan mo yung pinaka-problem. And number 4 is use problem-solving strategies such as logical reasoning, guess and check, and work backwards. Next, let's proceed to the next example. The problem is, Ami is 12 years older than her sister. The product of their ages is 864. What are their ages? Now, our solution, the first step is to label the given quantities with correct variables. So, let x be the age of her sister and x plus 12 is Ami's age. Now, bakit tayo merong plus 12? Kasi nga, mas older si Ami kesa doon sa kanyang sister. And then, we have to translate words into equation. So, ang ating magiging equation ay x times x plus 12. So, kaya siya times, it is because, sabi doon sa problem ay product. Okay? The product of their ages is 864. So, if we will multiply x times x plus 12, that will give us x squared plus 12x is equal to 864. And then, transpose 864 on the other side, that will become x squared plus 12x minus 864 is equal to 0. And then, we have to factor that trinomial, so that will become x plus 36 and x minus 24. Now, since naka-factor na sila, we have to equate each factor into 0. So, x plus 36 is equal to 0, and that will become x is equal to negative 36. And then, si x minus 24 equal to 0, and then that will become x minus 24. Now, between the two answer, which is negative 36 and positive 24, sabi kanina, we have to use logical reasoning. So, walang negative na edad. So, meaning, negative 36 cannot be the answer or the solution. So, that is 24 because that is positive. Therefore, x is equal to 24 years old. That is the age of her sister, while Ami is 36 years old. Now, let's proceed to the next problem. The sum of a number and its square is 72. Find the number. So again, we have to label the given quantities with correct variables. So the given, let x be the number, and then x squared is its square. So ang hinahanap natin is kung ano yung number na yon. Okay? So again, we have to translate words into equation, and ang equation natin ay x squared plus x. Okay, bakit siya plus? Kasi nga, the sum. And that is equal to 72. And then, transpose 72 on the other side. So that will become x squared plus x minus 72 equals 0. So factor it out. So that will become x plus 9 and x minus 8. So equate each factor into 0. So x plus 9 is equal to 0 and x is equal to negative 9. And then x minus 8 is equal to 0, and then that will become x is equal to 8. Now, pwedeng ang sagot is negative 9 and positive 8. Okay? Third problem. A box has dimensions x feet by 5x minus 10 feet by 2x minus 1 feet. The volume of the box is 75 cubic feet. What is the largest dimension of the box? So our solution, the given is the dimensions of the box, which is x feet by 5x minus 10 feet by 2x minus 1 feet. Okay, so we don't know the real number or the real measure of that dimension. So the volume of the box is 75 cubic feet. Now, if that is the box, okay, so that is the measure of each dimensions. Okay, so our equation, since the volume is already given, then volume is equal to length times width times height. Now, the volume is 75. Then ang equation natin is 75 is equal to x times 2x minus 1 times 5x minus 10. So by FOIL method, first to first, outer to outer, inner to inner, and last to last. So meaning 75 is equal to x times 10x squared minus 25x plus 10. And if we will multiply, then that will become 75 is equal to 10x cubed minus 25x squared plus 10x. And if we will transpose 75 on the other side, then that will become 10x cubed minus 25x squared plus 10x minus 75 is equal to 0. Remember class, kapag tayo ay nagtatranspose ng number or tumatawid tayo sa equal sign, nagbabago ang sign ng ating numbers. Now, 10x cubed minus 25x squared plus 10x minus 75 is equal to 0. Yes, ma'am. Pwede pong i-divide yung mga numbers na yan into 5. Yes, pwedeng-pwede naman. So, we can add all the terms into 5. So, that will become 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. Now, using synthetic division, ilist muna natin lahat ng mga numerical coefficients. So, those are 2, negative 5, positive 2, and negative 15. Now, para malaman natin kung ano yung pwede natin gamitin for our divisor, using the factor theorem, okay? So, dun sa taas yung mga factors ng 15. So, ito yung mga positive negative 1, positive negative 15, and then positive negative 3, and positive negative 5. And then yung sa baba, yun yung factor ng first term natin, yung factor ng 2, okay? So, that will become positive negative 1 and positive negative 2. Now, mostly, ano yung pwede nating gamitin? Sabi kanina, guess and check. So, we will guess kung ano yung pwede nating gamitin. So, pwede namang 15 over 2, pwede namang 3 halves, or 5 halves. Okay, depende sa atin. Now, ang pinakamababa kasi ay 1. Ang pinakamataas ay 15. So, doon tayo sa gitna. So, let us use positive 3. So, if we will use positive 3 as our divisor, then that would be 2, and then 3 times 2, that will become 6. And then negative 5 plus 6 is positive 1. 3 times 1 is 3. And then 2 plus 3 is 5. And then 3 plus 5 is positive 15. 0. Uy, swerte. Okay? So, naging 0 siya. Meaning, ang 3 natin is our solution. Okay? So, x is equal to 3 as our solution. Now, kung ang 3 natin ay solution, therefore, x is equal to 3 feet. And then, yung 5x minus 10, so substitute natin, that will become 5 times 3 minus 10, and then 15 minus 10 is equal to 5 feet. And then 2x minus 1 is equal to 2 times 3 minus 1 is equal to 6 minus 1 is equal to 5 feet. Therefore, the largest dimension is 5 feet. Now, let's proceed to the next example. 3 consecutive integers have a product of 33 more than the cube of the smallest integer. What are the 3 integers? Now, our solution, let x be the first integer, x plus 1 is the second integer, x plus 2 is the third integer. Now, kapag sinabi natin consecutive integers, ito yung magkakasunod. Okay? So, ano daw yung tatlong magkakasunod na numbers na ang product ay 33, more than the cube of the smallest integer. Now, that will be our equation. So, x times x plus 1 times x plus 2. Kasi nga, ito ay product. And then, that would be equal to x cubed plus 33. Now, saan galing yung plus? Kasi nga, sabi sa problem, more than the cube of the smallest integer. So, ang smallest natin is yung x. Okay? Now, if we will multiply all those terms, okay, x times x plus 1, then that will become x squared plus x. And then bring down x plus 2, and then bring down x cubed plus 33. And then, if we multiply the two binomials, then that will become x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2x is equal to x cubed plus 33. And then transpose x cubed plus 33 and combine similar terms, then that would become x cubed minus x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2x minus 33 is equal to 0. And that would become 3x squared plus 2x minus 33 is equal to 0. And if we will factor that trinomial, then that would become x minus 3 times 3x plus 11 is equal to 0. So if we will equate those factored out numbers, then x minus 3 is equal to 0, magiging x is equal to 3. And then si 3x plus 11 is equal to 0, then yan ay magiging negative 11 over 3. And since si negative 11 over 3 ay hindi siya integers, then doon tayo kay positive 3. So, our solution, x is equal to 3. So, ang first integer natin ay 3. Ang second integer natin ay 4. And then, ang third integer natin ay 5. So, those are the three consecutive integers. Thank you for listening. Again, I am Teacher Joam saying, if there's a problem, there is a solution. But if you think there's no solution, then it will be a learning.
Maraming salamat mga bata at sinamahan niyo ako dito sa week 9 ng series of online academic reviews of mathematics grade learning. Muli, mga bata, laging tatandaan, maging matalino, matyaga, at mag-aral ng mabuti. Ang Batang Mandunong, walang maiiwan, lahat kabahagi ng bilang. Ako, si Ms. Joam Salhob. Thank you and God bless.